Good morning, everybody. Today I shall discuss on a topic which is very relevant to the whole human race. It is called the suffering which we are having in common due to the COVID-19 virus. Now, before that, every now and then the world is faced with loads of natural calamities like the fire outbreaks in Australia. You have volcanic eruptions, you have tsunamis, you have powerful hurricanes and cyclones. So the question arises, what is the spiritual explanation of all these catastrophes, including the catastrophe of the COVID-19 virus? As spiritual aspirants, you will need to understand this so that you are not disturbed. When you do not know, you are worried and you are disturbed. You become sleepless. But when you know the reason, then you remain calm because you know why things are happening this way. Now, what is happening is due to the era or the yuga, which we call in Hindi religion, in which we are living today. It is called Kalyuga. I think most of you must have heard about this word. Now, Kalyuga is one of the darkest era in the creation. It is the fourth and last era in the creation. Kalyuga has a duration of 432,000 years. That is how long it will last. So you don't need to worry. The end of the world is not close, as many people are sharing. Of these 432,000 years, only 5,100 years have elapsed. In fact, Kalyuga started just after Lord Krishna left this world 5,100 years ago. Lord Krishna was living in the Dwapar Yuga. Before the Dwapar Yuga, there was the Treta Yuga. And in this Yuga, Lord Ram was born. And before the Treta Yuga, there was the Sat Yuga. So now you understand all the four yugas or the four eras which has been created. So the first yuga is the Sat Yuga. Satya means pure in Hindi language. In this yuga there was absolutely no evil. So 100% good and 0% evil in the Sat Yuga. In the Sat Yuga, people were 12 feet high. Yes, you've heard me well. People were 12 feet high. They were almost giants. And the lifespan of a human being in Sat Yuga was 100,000 years. This is the truth. It is written in the scriptures. When the Sat Yuga finished, the Treta Yuga started. In the Treta Yuga, roughly 75% only was good and 25% evil. So you see, evil started to come in the Treta Yuga. And the lifespan of a human being in the Treta Yuga was 10,000 years. And like I told you, in the Treta Yuga, the avatar of Lord Narayan was born and his name was Lord Ram. When the Treta Yuga finished, the Dwapar Yuga started. In the Dwapar Yuga, there is 50% good and 50% evil. In this Yuga, Lord Krishna was born. And the last yuga is the Kalyuga, in which there is 25% good and 75% evil. In this yuga, one avatar has come. His name is Lord Buddha. And there is yet another avatar to come. who will create the destruction, the final destruction, and his name is Lord Kalki. So here you are about the yugas, the creation, and how things are going to evolve. How has been evolving from Satyug till now. So when I tell you that in this yuga, which we call Kalyuga, and that the scenario is 75% evil and 25% purity, it becomes very clear in your mind why you see all kinds of corruption in all countries, not only Mauritius. Why you see drugs everywhere. Why you see political instability. Why you see greed. Why you see ego. Why you see so much hatred. Why you see so much poverty. Why you see the increasing gap between the rich and the poor and all the rest and all the rest. This is the reason why you are seeing so much tension in society, tension in the family, rising rates of crime. You see, this is the spiritual explanation of what is going on. And when you have understood this, do you need to worry? Of course not. There is no need to worry, because what is happening was meant to happen. This is how the Creator has defined it to be. What can you do about it? Nothing. You only have to pray and get out of this cycle of birth and death, so that even in this Kalyuga, you don't come back again to suffer. Because believe me, in 10 to 20 years' time, this life will be very, very hectic. You are seeing only the first 5,000 years of Kalyuga. There are 427,000 years to go. Can you imagine how life would be 1,000 years from now? It is even said and predicted that at one time in Kalyuga, people shall live only for 11 to 12 years. It is already decreasing. And I forgot to tell you, in Treta Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, the lifespan is 1,000 years, and in Kalyuga, the lifespan is 100 years. So everything has been carefully planned. Kalyuga is the age of destruction. Kalyuga is the age of negativity. That is why you are seeing all this disturbance. Now, with regards to catastrophes which happen in nature, what is the explanation? How do this happen? Again, this is a calculation. You see, the consequences of all our negative thoughts, day in, day out, 7 billion people are thinking negatively, and all this accumulate around the earth. Now, the earth has a consciousness just like you and me and every living being. It is even presided by a deity, and she is a goddess Earth. So that deity is in a lot of trouble because of the wrong actions of human beings. Her consciousness is being affected, but that is her karma. It was written to be so, and that is exactly what is happening. So the accumulation of all the negative thoughts of the 7 billion people around the world, it is that which is causing the natural catastrophes which I mentioned earlier. Tsunamis, eruption of volcanoes, big fires, and so on. And nobody shall be able to change that. Only the Creator can do that. When He has mercy on earth, then it can be changed. But we should take responsibility of our thoughts first, and then of our actions. And that is exactly what we cannot do. Can you prevent yourself from thinking bad? It just happened like that, in a fraction of a second. So the accumulation of all these negative thoughts is causing all the disturbance that you are seeing in nature. And of course, human beings, by their tampering with nature, with modernization, with industrialization, all this is affecting nature. It is irreversible. Can you prevent somebody from driving a car, a bus? It is polluting the earth. The oceans are being polluted. Now, the oceans play a very important role in the regulation of the temperature of the earth. But the ocean itself is being polluted. So we are playing with nature, even though we have very, very intelligent scientists. But at the spiritual level, the intelligence is null and void. I think you know what is the capacity of the brain utilization today. It is only 9.5%. So the most intelligent person in this world is using only 9.5% capacity of his brain. And they are so happy about it. And they are so selfish about it. And what they are doing through modernization and heavy industrialization, we are destroying nature. We are responsible for all the chaos, and we are looking for solutions. That is why it is said spiritually, don't blame others, blame only yourself. So we are in a vicious circle. And that vicious circle is proper of the era in which we are living, and it is called Kalyuga. Nothing will get better in Kalyuga, believe me. And you are just seeing the start of it. Gradually, it will get worse and worse and worse. Now, don't feel bad about it. Don't get worried unnecessarily. There is a way out, and the way out is to become spiritual. The way out is to grow personally and get out of this cycle of birth so that you don't take another birth in this Kalyuga. Because suffering will reach levels that you will not be able to imagine right now in several years to come. And this is the truth. It is what is written in the Holy Scriptures. So be very careful. Raise your awareness to know what you must do and start the work now. Don't lose time. Then you will reap the good fruits of your spiritual actions. And this is my wish for all of you, that you grow and you get out of this infernal cycle of birth and death.